And one of the things you did most recently that I thought was fantastic, and no one hit it but you, was you stood up for Nia Long, who's a very good friend of our family, and we love her. And she was,
love her to
and
death.
she was thrown into a situation that was actually awful. It should have been a more private situation.
Right.
And they made it like a TV show or something. Guess who's this? Guess who's the person?
Right.
And then people making assumptions. You are the only person that even drew light to the fact that she was handled in the wrong way. What made you decide to talk about it?
Number one, I love her.
Right.
I've known her for years, not very well, but I know I've met her on several occasions. We've always talked when we've seen each other. She's incredibly kind. She's incredibly gifted. I appreciate her artistry, her greatness as an actress. You know, over the years, she's done such phenomenal work. That's number one. Number two, when I think about her, I think about all these sisters out here. Now, obviously, it seems like I'm biased because they are fine as hell.
Right.
The
I mean,
Nia
that's
Long,
okay. There's
the
nothing wrong
Nia
with that.
Longs, the Sanaa Lathans,
I mean,
the
nothing wrong
Megan
with that.
Goods of the world. You know, all of
Beautiful
these ladies.
queens.
Beautiful queens, all right? And I'm a brother, so the sisters come first, damn it.
Right.
That's just the way that it is. I ain't apologizing for that shit. But having said all of that, I was genuinely pissed off at the Boston Celtics.
Correct.
Because as a guy, I ain't come here yesterday. I've been covering the NBA for close to 30 years.
You know how you get down.
They could talk all the, you know, y'all folks speculate about what's going on in the world of sports. I know.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Right.
Okay. Everything else, you know, I might speculate about politics. I might speculate about a lot of issues. Sports. This is what I do. I know this. And I know for a fact there's a whole bunch of white boys that's been fucking around in the office for years.
And nobody made a big deal.
And nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. And so for me, where it resonates, wasn't it, listen, Ime Udoka, you shouldn't have done what you did.
Cool.
It was a fireable offense because supposedly he lied to the organization.
Okay.
Fine, I got it. My position then is exactly what it is today. Fire him or keep him. What you don't do is take an HR matter. It's an HR matter. And it gets leaked. Some of the details get leaked, but not all. Like, for example, a white girl he was with, supposedly, reportedly. Now
allegedly.
I have to use these words.
Yeah.
Now, be clear. I know, but I have to use these words because I mean that is what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Because obviously it's a legal matter. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is allegedly, she was white.
Yeah. Allegedly. Could have been. We know. Could have been.
He's black.
Right. We know what he is.
We know he is. We know he's a black man. And I'm sitting there going like, wait a minute. He the only dude screwing? He the only dude that's doing something like that?
That was like with the Tiger Woods thing. He the only golfer?
I'm just saying.
Ever? Ever?
I don't compare the two.
Allegedly.
No. That's not alleged. He got his ass
That's
kicked
a
by
fact.
He got his ass. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Police got involved. You know what I'm saying? Orlando, Florida, Orlando police. We knew who.
Okay.
We knew who hit him. We knew who assaulted him. We knew why.
We knew why.
And then, by the way, he showed up at a press conference drunk. I am so sorry. I mean, you just gave it away. I mean, I can't help you. I can't help you. You on your own.
We can't help you out.
But my point is, with all of that being said,
yes,
it was an HR matter. Literally, seriously, it was an HR matter that never gets publicized. Why I did this time? And then when we want to disguise, and I'm not an advocate of knowing who that woman is. I think she should be protected. I don't think it's any of our business.
Right. It's an HR situation.
But so I'm not saying that it should have been publicized, but it speaks volumes when her identity was protected and no one thought about Nia. No one. Yeah. How embarrassing and humiliating it was for her. Yeah. This black woman hearing about the father of your child messing around with a white woman, and your son, you got a kid together.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
To give her no thought at all, I'm like, I'm sick of y'all. Because we live in a society today where it ain't just a woke culture, but everything in between is talking about a heightened level of thoughtfulness and sensitivity to women. Sexual assault, rape, other misogynistic tendencies, all of this kind of stuff that women have, our sisters have had to be subjected to, right? Oh, so it only applied to the white woman. It didn't apply to Nia.
Yeah.
You didn't do that. You left her out there. And this is me. I said this before, knowing I was going to Boston.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was the first time I said it months ago, I was en route to Boston.
That's why I love you, because
I wanted to make sure they knew what I said.
Yeah,
and I
man,
was
but it's a fact, because
it's messed up.
But the thing that I thought was really weird, and we'll move on to the next subject about it, was that it was personal.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of know a little stuff too,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I just think it was a personal situation, the organization, to humiliate somebody, to boom, 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 because they could have fired him, but they didn't.
That's
right. Like, we gonna hold you indefinitely.
Right.
And like you in suspended animation, like, you stuck, instead of either firing him so he can get another job or X, Y to the Z.
And
so it was just handled bad.
Listen, it was handled bad. It was handled badly in our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It was handled exactly the way they wanted to handle it in their eyes.
Facts.
Which made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't mishandled. It was intentional. And you were so committed to getting at him that you threw his
family
under the bus. And to me, I'm never letting that go. Ever. The Boston Celtics, for me, will forever be synonymous with that situation.
Because it shows the
I'm
character of how they moving.
I'm not letting that go.
And that's the thing that I think is really, really wonderful about who you are and what you stand for. I feel like there's a part of you that fights for the underdog every day. I feel like you represent very, very well, even though, every now and then, you have everybody in a frenzy, and the barbershop cats be mad at you one day, the next day they love you. They'll get over it.
They'll get over
it. But one of the things that I feel is unfortunate about sports is they so soft with, like, feelings, like cats back in the day, either come back at you or whatever. Now everybody's in their feelings on social media. They're hitting you, this, that, the other. Does that in any way affect you when you know it's going to be a controversial topic? You're like, nah, I'm jumping. You're like, I'm going it. Because I've never seen nobody jump on the Cowboys like you.
Well, first of all, it's not.
I've never seen it in my life.
It's not the Cowboys. It's their damn fans. When I say they're the most disgusting, nauseating fan base in American history, I mean it. I totally mean it. I mean, they could go 1-15.
They don't care.
The season ends on January 10th. At 7 p.m. and by 7:15, we're going to the Super Bowl next year, right? I mean, they don't think they're going to lose. They don't take an hour to smell this shit. I mean, they are just the Cowboy fans.
But they're America's team, though.
But I will say this: it's all in fun.
It's fun.
It's all in fun. It really, really is. I love getting at them. As it pertains to the athletes being quote unquote soft mentally and emotionally, I don't say that about them because I know what it is.
Right.
They think they're being slick. It ain't about that, Bill. It's about the dollars. See, everybody's a brand now.
Oh, okay.
And so what happens is any little thing that they believe potentially compromises their brand.
They have a problem with that, yeah.
It's not that people are talking about them on social media. It's that they're on social media trying to sell people on what they want people to buy.